Well, hello, everybody. John Hunt here from MarketingPlanGuide.com, welcoming you today for our next edition of Marketing Plan Q&A. We do this every Monday at 3 o'clock Central Time, and we go for a half an hour. I get as many questions as I can in that half an hour live here. Purpose of this session today and of every Monday we do this is to allow you to ask any question related to creating your marketing plan. And you don't have to be on the call live. We will take your questions in advance and pre-submitted, and we will do questions live, time permitting. And I've got a lot of questions, a lot of people lined up for today. Okay, our next question is, how much should I invest in social media versus traditional web design? And you know what? When I first saw this question, I kind of scratched my head a little bit and said, okay, well, I'm not sure if there's an either or here, or if that's kind of what you're looking at, what you're trying to get out by asking this question. And if you want to ask a follow-up, you can always type it into the questions box. But I don't think one replaces the other. I think both of them have purposeful uses within a marketing plan. Investing in web design, I look at that as more of a, primarily a one-time upfront investment. It's kind of like building your house or building your office or creating your generic brochure, so to speak. And you should I would almost look at doing that first before I invested in any social media, because of course the website is your 24/7 storefront. Just like the question we had a few moments ago is, how much what's a cost-effective way to renovate, or, how do I do a new website? I mean, the range that you can spend is huge. But I would make sure your website is exactly where you want it before I'd spend any money on social media. Social media, I would take then and categorize that into the marketing plan section, where we talk about strategies, and then the tactical piece, which is the fifth section of the plan. And we're going to see that in just a moment here. I'll show you the outline. But social media, you've got to make sure that as a strategic marketing tool, that is really matches the audience you're going after. Now, social media is one of those shiny objects right now where people are just all, I got to get involved. I got to have a Facebook fan page, or I got to be on Twitter 24/7. You know what? If your target audience is not utilizing social media, you don't necessarily have to jump into it. Now, as social media grows, and by all means, Facebook is growing. I did a blog post on this a few weeks ago. It is growing by incredible leaps and bounds, but you have to use it in a very strategic way. So it's got to be incorporated into your marketing plan. So now, kind of answer this question specifically. When you're putting together your marketing plan, you always have a budget, and there's a certain amount of money that you can allocate for all of your marketing efforts. That's where you've got to kind of weigh the return on investment of web design, if you want to put more money in web design versus social media, or put more money in social media. When you look at taking and divvying up your budget, I'm gonna say you're gonna probably make sure that web is set up first before you go into social media. And then with social media, whatever money you put into it, you need to track, and you need to just really evaluate on a regular basis, is there a return on investment? And we cover that question. How do I track or determine the return on investment in social media? And another one of our questions from a previous show. So again, you can go on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/marketing plan guide, and look for the video on how do I determine a return on investment of social media. Until next Monday, John Hunt here from marketingplanguide.com, saying so long and have a great day.